All right, so we started off with 68 bands. Thank you so much to everybody that applied to play. It's been really awesome.
Yeah, quality of bands have been really high and we have managed to whittle it down to our top 10. Those bands are...
All right, guys, welcome to the online band competition. Thank you all for coming down. You know, we started with 68 acts. Thank you to everybody that applied for the online competition this year. Myself and Dan, Hammerdown's creative director, we whittled the bands down to our favourite 10, and that is what's brought all of us here today for this. So, you know, our job today is to get these 10 bands all the way whittled down to the final 2 to give away the last 2 slots at Hammerdown Festival to complete the lineup, really. So we've got our official scorecards, and we'll be judging them throughout the day based on a couple of criteria. We'll go through that in a second. But yeah, so the judges we've got, obviously we've got myself. We've got Olly Simmons from the Qemists and Collisions as well. We've got Gareth Endean from ERB Magazine, one of our sponsors for this year. We've got Dan, Kane and Mordecai, who's also our creative director here at Hammerdown Festival, and Stephen, the marketing director from the Factory Live, the venue for this year. So we've got a good panel, some expert judges for today. And yeah, Dan's going to talk through the 3 criteria that we're going to be judging on today. So Dan...
Cool, yeah. So we have got stage presence, musicianship and songwriting. So not necessarily how the people interact with any crowds or audience participation, but certainly how they own the stage, own the music, feel the vibe of what they're doing. Musicianship, how well they play their instruments, and then songwriting, how well those songs are constructed. So hopefully we're able to whittle those down. Each one is out of 10 points, and hopefully that will mean that we get a real fair across the board way of figuring out our top bands.
Yeah, so that'll bring it, so effectively means 30 points each per band, total up, so it's a score out of 150 between the 5 judges at the end of the day. So what I kind of have planned then, we've got 10 bands to listen through. I think we do a listen through, then we can have like a bit of a discussion and stuff after, and then I think it'll be good to do a second listen through of all of them. We've got plenty of time to do that, and we'll order in the pieces in between maybe. I think that's probably the best shout. And then if anybody specifically wants to hear a band after that for a third one, they can say I'd like to listen to This Dying Hour again, or whoever it is, and then we can pull that video back up and have a third listen. And yeah, I think we can discuss between, talk about it as we go, because that'd be nice for the video as well. But yeah, I think that's everything, isn't it? We ready? We happy? Everybody any questions? Everybody understand?
Okay. All good.
Yeah. All right, cool.
The instructions are clear.
The instructions are clear. In that case, we shall get the lights on and get ready to go. Yeah. Right, let's see if that works. So, in that case, we should be good to begin judging this. So this is Netherhall. Called Entity, stylised as NTT. So Entity. So next up is the other rap band of the lineup, a rap metal band all the way from Ireland.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and I did clarify all the rules and stuff. I was like, this is just like a competition for a slot at like a small festival, and they were like, yeah, we'll make a week out of it, sick. So that was Idle Discourse. So next up, we've got a metalcore band. They're called This Dying Hour. Nobody's got like a 4 rating or anything yet.
setting the calibre early on.
Yeah, anyone that we bring on board has got to be fucking good because you're absolutely right. It does set the tone, you know. Okay, so next up we've got a thrash band. So me and Dan had a lot of thrash bands apply, and a lot of it was relatively samey, you know. But these guys did something a little bit different. So I wanted to, we wanted to push these guys into the top 10 as well. To the top 10 as well. So a little bit different to the other thrashy stuff we've had. Face the Wolves.
What's really nice about that band is that it was a really strong female vocalist because, you know, in the music industry it's very male dominated. Like, look at this room, for example, especially in the metal scene as well. So it was really refreshing to see that. And her vocal ranges were really interesting, so yeah, I just think it's something that stands out. It's really
different. Well, you were saying about it's a bit like Ginger or something like that, isn't it?
Well, yeah, I mean, at the moment you've got what was this? Yeah, bands like Ginger. You've got bands like
Spirit Box.
Spirit Box. That's exactly who I was thinking about as well. It's just it's creatively, people like the ladies seem to bring something different to the table.
So we've had to listen through a couple of times. We've all given them kind of scores. I think the best plan of action is to whittle them down to a top 5 and then go from there.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, we've got it down to 6.
And I keep going back and thinking about and taking away a point from there and then adding a point to there and joggling it just.
I think what's difficult is there's like these 6 are amazing, and then we're all probably going to have 4 that we like for personal reasons, and
that's tough.
But then I guess that's why there's an odd number of us as well. So
I want it. Yeah, I want it to be a big fair score out of 150, and you there's no.
And it's so close.
Different music tastes as well. By
just trying to divide them on like the smallest detail, isn't it?
It's horrible because
we've really got to break this down to the very minutiae of this now.
Alright, Dan is totting up the scores. We've whittled it down to 5 bands, and we're about to find out who the top 2 are.
Alright guys, I've totted everything up, and we've got a winner. So, the top 2 bands playing Hammerdown 2023 are...
And the winning bands playing Hammerdown Festival 2023 are Idle Discourse
and Face the Wolves.
See you in July.